Welcome back to another Road Rage episode, guys. And today I'm going to give y'all the full specs and details on my double din radio with the dual screens. Because every time this thing shows up for a minute in any video, I get a ton of comments. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just break it down to you guys right now, tell you the name, the model, the specs on it, and where you can get it from. A lot of people have been asking me about it. There is some, you got to get a custom bezel made, and I'll tell you how to get that done or how you can order it through me. But let me jump right into it and show you guys what it is, how it works, and the reason I got it. Let's get it.
Hitman West.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I've been neglecting her. I don't know if you can see all the dust around the rim. Got some smudges on here. I'm not even sure what that is. But just really had the time to take care of her. As you guys know, for those who follow me on my Instagram, I had a lot going on in my life. Just got married, finally getting back from the honeymoon, and I'm finally getting some time. I am finally getting some time to go ahead and be able to get back to somewhat of a normal life. No more of the wife calling me asking about, wedding stuff and me changing my plans to go see planners and all of that stuff. So we're gonna get back to the car content. Over there, I just got the new tow pig. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, man. My Jag, for those who know, been giving me some problems, but I haven't had the time to really work on it. So I went ahead and bought another vehicle, not because I necessarily wanted to, just because I just really needed to get back up and running. And like I said, I don't really have the time to be working on a vehicle right now, and pretty soon I get that thing back up and running. But without further ado, man, let's get right into it. So
they call it the first stereo of its kind. The original prototype was stolen from the CES floor back in January 2017. The possible motivation? Corporate espionage. This intro is proof that dramatic background music will grab people's attention.
All right, as you can see, I have the key turned back, so we're getting some auxiliary power. This right here has to be the most anticipated video on my channel. As I said, every time this radio just comes up for any reason on any of my videos, I get a ton of comments just asking about the radio. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys right now. It's a SoundStream. It's made by the SoundStream. You should be seeing the model number pop up now. As you can see, if I hit the power button down in this corner, this is the reason why. Everybody's always just asking about this screen. I do get it. It is impressive. And the fact that it's in here, as you can see, navigation comes right up. Let's see if I can get you guys to phone link. So that right there allows you to connect a device via Bluetooth or wire. And what I plan on doing with this is I have an old Android phone, which I'm going to get service on, that I'm going to have tucked away, and I'm going to plug it into this radio, and that will allow me to essentially have a tablet on the go. I will primarily use everything from there, whether it's radio, Netflix, whatever apps that is capable on that device, I'll be able to run right here on the screen. And it's very intuitive. It's not like it's the screen mirroring. I would literally be able to control the device from here. So YouTube, all of that, that's just a great thing. The real reason why I bought this, primarily for that. Right now, the only thing I currently use the screen for is really just for the navigation. As you guys saw, that popped up earlier. It's cool to have the phones and all of that, but other than that, guys, there is a ton of as you saw. Let me try to get you guys back to that. And it does have a LGB controller, So all the lights and stuff, you can have a multicolor switching. You can set to whatever color you want. Not only that, but you could also change the background, so on and so forth. Just like a standard radio. But then, as I say, you have your dial pads. You have multiple things that you can kind of get to use on there. It is very easy to use. If you just, boom, hit close right there. It's like it was never there. This thing is rated, I think, for over 100,000 opens. As you know, that was like a problem with a lot of double DINs back in the days, that it would end up getting stuck or broken. So far, it hasn't failed me yet. The touch on that screen, where the buttons were, it's not like a touch screen, just like a touchpad. So sometimes you really got to actually push it like it's a physical button for it to respond, but that's the only one that's like that. And then I have this here, right? So let's just jump right into the menu options. So on the menu options, this is what you have. You have radio, dish, GPS, Bluetooth phone, Bluetooth music, which is connecting your Bluetooth where you can either make calls or play music. USB, it does have a USB spot in the rear. What I did is buy an extension, render the extension. So what I'll do is I'll post links to this radio, the extension, and a USB that you can purchase all from Amazon. I believe is where I got them all from, and you can do it like this, or you can get you a nicer USB. But I just got a long one. I can always tuck it all back into here, but I don't really care so much about that. So let's get back to the menu. All right, so you got an aux in. It could be audio or video. And then you also have rear camera, which I do not have set up. It's a connection for it. The radio comes with all the plugs and everything. And then you have phone link, which is what we spoke about earlier. So that's that. Primarily, I just use the USB. This is supposed to be a 300 watt 4-channel radio. It hasn't really failed me yet. I do advise not using a cheap USB. I'm not sure why, but I had a cheap USB, and what would happen is it would play, but after like 2 or 3 hours or so, it would just stop, and I would have to unplug the USB, plug a different one in, and plug it back on. But the USB I also noticed was getting hot, so I'm not sure if it's the radio's not compatible with it, or if it's just that USB. So at that point, I went back to a USB which I knew worked. That was in my other car. I don't have that problem with this one here. And also, I think the max on here is 8 gigs is what it support. I tried to do a 64 and it didn't work. I believe I looked it over, it was 8 gigs. I could be wrong, could be 16. But I'll have it pop up right now on the screen, because I'll confirm it afterwards. So let me just give it a little volume here. Boom. I'm not gonna play this too long. So this is GPS volume, which I like to leave at 25. And then you got your media volume right here, which you can use the buttons or you can use the touchscreen. I still haven't done my audio. Yeah, so I haven't done my audio, but I really want to show you guys the multitude of settings that is on here. Man, I love me a good EQ, man. I know a lot of people feel like that's outdated, but listen, guys, I love this, man. Just the amount of settings you can do on this EQ, it's just ridiculous. For the bass, for the subs, for the mids, for the highs. This thing is wonderful. You do have some pre ones, which I don't want to go to. I don't want to change my user settings. But this thing is for sure. If you're a music addict and you like your music sound a particular way, you definitely want to get this radio. The options are just amazing on this. So without having to get a physical EQ, the software one on here is pretty awesome. Another thing I want to show you guys, and I'm having a hard time trying to remember how to do this. There is a way to, let me see if I can find it. There is a way to tilt the radio up. I know it's not this one here. That brings out the screen. I just don't remember what it is. But nevertheless, if it comes to me, I'll post in this video. But the very important thing that you guys have to remember when it comes to putting a double DIN in any G body, you guys may also notice that I do have a black bezel. This is custom. When I say custom, as in I made this bezel. If you guys really want these radio bezels, I can go ahead and make these things for you guys. That way you don't really have to cut anything like on the factory. I've seen a lot of people cut them. I especially designed this one to be able to clear the radio in order for the second screen to come up and populate. But for most people that won't be the case, so you'll be able to actually get your radio in. As long as the length is right, you'll be able to get your radio in. Now, I will say with this particular radio, because of the size, I did have to massage the AC controller. When I say massage, as in not put the screws in it and just move it over. So I had to move it over a little bit. When I say over, up a little bit, so that the radio can fit below it, and it's essentially sitting on the radio with no screws holding it in place. Also, with the radio bezel, there's really nothing holding it in place either. I just have it squeezed in there. I made sure I designed it so it was pretty tight. I did make a mistake where right now it's like super tight. I originally designed this using the measurements without my dash being wrapped. This was before I did my interior. Once I did my interior, that obviously, believe it or not, added quite a bit to it, and that makes it real tight and it holds it in place. A little bit more than I would like it. As you can see, it makes it a little tough, but I can tell you with the factory dash, this thing goes all the way in. You still can get your cigarette lighter in as you want. This thing will go back a little bit more. So if anybody wants any of these, let me know. I have them. If you give me the measurements for your radio, typically you can get the specs from the manufacturer of the radio when you're purchasing it. I can make you one, and I also have ones where if you want to eliminate the AC controller, that's fine, where you can get, I can have 3 gauges, 3 gauge circles, the pods. It's your standard size. I forgot what size it is that I have, but if you tell me which one it is, I can, whatever size gauges you're running, I can put them. You can make it 5 or 3, completely remove your radio. If you just let me know, if you just have the specs of your radio or your gauges, I can make this for you. So other than that, guys, there's really nothing else to it. The full specs will be up. If I haven't posted the video that made me get this radio, I'll go ahead and insert a snippet of it now, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. I still have a couple things left in this car, so you know, you guys will definitely see what's going on. I still need to make the bracket. As I said, I made this. This is 3D printed. I will 3D print a bracket for the fuse block that allow me to mount it up. Here I'm just gonna add, I don't know why it's like rusting. It's like surface rust. And this is a brand new shifter, so I'm not sure why that's happening. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do is remove the handles, slide over some heat wrap on it, the shrink tubes that you would use for electrical, and that'll just be a black shrink tube all the way across, and then we'll be good. So you won't see that ever again. I've already gave specs on how these buttons work and how I got them wired up. So let me know if you want to actually see the wiring and have me put a diagram out on how to get these things going. This was originally a roll-up window, and now it is electric. So I didn't have to change the window regulator or anything like that. And the thing really works pretty good. So we're going to leave it at that. So guys, as I said, if you are interested in this radio, if you are one of the people who always comments asking me about the radio, look below in the link below. I have the link to this radio. Not only that, but I have the USB, I have the extension cable. If you guys are interested, I can post the review camera that I was going to go with, but that's completely up to you guys. And as always, if you do want a bezel, leave me actually email me. That is at RaodRageBuilds@gmail.com, RaodRageBuilds@gmail.com. It should be coming across the screen right now. Email me or hit me up on Instagram. Probably going to be the quickest way, direct. You'll get a response from me within an hour or two, versus the email might take a couple of days because I don't check it out as often. But on Instagram, it is King_OB. you're guaranteed to reach me. I interact with anybody who wants to get a hold of me. If you're in the area in South Florida, Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Stewart area, Broward, and you have a build going on, honestly, I'm interested in seeing it. I wouldn't mind shooting a video on it and kind of show the world how we get down here in South Florida, especially when you're a DIY guy. You're always the underdog, but almost every DIY guy I know, definitely top the charts when it comes to these builds, man. So don't ever let anybody talk you down about it. If you're a DIY guy, I do want to show what you got going on and show you some appreciation for getting your hands dirty. As always, guys, you can always show me love by commenting, and subscribing to the channel if you're new. If you are, already a subscriber, just go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what other things in this vehicle, from my dash, from radio, my center console, my engine, whatever it is that you need more information on. And I'll try to do a best job of giving you the details to that. Everybody knows, if you look at my comment sections, I typically post links when somebody asks me what, for a particular part. Just let me know and I will get that information to you. Not only that, guys, I don't only make bezels. I want to go ahead and show you guys that I also make a couple other things. So this right here, I also made. This is the vent. This is the vent for the door jambs. As you can see, it has the cutlass sign. It's a honeycomb designed. I'm also going to have these up for sale. If anybody want them, I could design them. They typically come out in black. I can get other material colors, but this was black, and then I went ahead and matched it. I had a few more. Maybe I'll make a video separate on just the pieces that I make. I also have an insert that I'm going to do, which is the color of the vehicle, that really makes the cutlass emblem shines, man. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna get that video to you guys, and again, as I said, let me know if you have any other requests, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out until the next one. Peace.